And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Albuquerque, New Mexico. We are here live. You're listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel, and it is playoff boys basketball. The Class 4A tournament is underway, and tonight the Los Alamos High School Hilltoppers will take on the number one seed, the bully in this tournament, the Highland High School Hornets. We are live from Highland High School, a number one versus number 16 matchup. And welcome to our production of this contest this evening. And my name is Mike Mays. It's great to have you with us. And the Toppers taking on the Hornets. The Toppers were very much on the bubble heading into the District 2 4A tournament last week. In fact, if I had to venture a guess, they were probably not going to be able to sneak in. But what did the Toppers do? The Toppers came from a number 3 seed and won the tournament, picking up 2 back-to-back upset victories on the road. On February 29th, the Toppers nipped the Espanola Valley Sun Devils in the Valley. Final there was 55-53. Then 2 nights later, the Toppers took it to the Taos Tigers, winning that game 57-44. And the Toppers in that contest held the Tigers to 5 points in the second quarter, took a big lead after 1 quarter of play. And the two teams played about even for the most of the second half, and the Toppers able to hold on to pick up a very, very nice win and qualify themselves for this tournament. Unfortunately for the Toppers, just had 9 wins heading into the district tournament. Like I said, I do not think they would have been able to sneak in without a district tournament victory, but that got them in. But they come in, unfortunately, as a number 16 seed against a very, very good Highland Hornets program. The Hornets were once the toast of Albuquerque, but fell on hard times for a long time. Just about 5-6 years ago, we saw a big resurgence here in Highland sports, and that was very good to see. Highland over here just kind of smack dab in the middle of Albuquerque here. Just off of San Mateo, but really languished in almost all sports for a long, long time, but are making a comeback in a big way. Solid football season, and the number 1 seed here in boys basketball, the defending state champ, the Hornets. They come in with a record of 22-6 this evening. The Toppers, the number 16 seed, 12-16, 4 games under 500. So tonight, what to watch out for? Well, there is one player the Toppers have got to keep their eye on tonight, and that is junior guard Jesus Licon. He is a 6-footer, and he is averaging above 25 points a game. Very, very good, excellent outside shooter, and he can put the ball on the floor as well. So the Toppers will have to slow him down if Licon has a big, big night. Well, it's going to make things very, very tricky for the Toppers, who already are looking to pull tonight's upset. So that is our matchup this evening. By the way, the playoffs underway throughout the state. And last night, the Class 4A girls basketball tournament got underway. That included Los Alamos. And unfortunately, the number 10 seeded Hilltoppers, who looked pretty solid toward the last half of the season and looked like they might be a factor, fell last night up in the Four Corners area to the Bloomfield Bobcats. Final there, Bloomfield 49, Los Alamos 35. The Toppers had to play that game without their star, Gigi Romero. She was she was in concussion protocol last night and was unable to play. 14-point game, so pretty solid victory for Bloomfield. But with Gigi that very well may have had a different outcome, but unfortunately the Topper girls are out. And actually, none of the District 2 teams were able to survive the first round. Espanola Valley and Pewaukee Valley also falling last night. We're just about ready to get underway here. We're going to have the introduction of the teams and the national anthem coming up. We're going to take a quick break. Then we'll be back here at Highland High School for the first round of the Class 4A tournament. Stick around. First, the visiting team on the score. And we're back here live at Highland High School. The Toppers and the Highland Hornets set to take on each other in this first round of the Class 4A boys basketball playoffs. And they are announcing the teams right now. Toppers coming in tonight with a record of 12 wins, 16 losses. They were 4-4 during the regular district season, but pulled off two major upsets back-to-back on the road in the district tournament to qualify for the Class 4A playoffs. Did get the number 16 seed, though, and that afforded them a date with the top-seeded Hornets. Hornets 22-6. The Toppers are 12-16. And we're getting the introduction of the starters right now. For the Toppers, Toppers will start Nico Garcia, and he is a 6-foot senior, and as well as Luke Archuleta, a 6'2" senior, and Lan Frazier. He is a center. He's listed as 5'2" in the roster. I promise you, he's not 5'2". He's closer to 6'2". He's a sophomore and a good shooter from the outside. And as well as Ethan Mondragon, he is a 5'8" junior. And of course, Josiah Fresquez, the piston that makes this offense go. He is a junior and the most recent inductee into the Toppers 1,000-point club for his career, and still got a whole other year to go. Nico Garcia already in that club, and some big names in Topper basketball history in that club as well, including fairly recently Alex Kirk. Alex Kirk, of course, went on to play in the International League. He played in China. He played in Italy, and he was a all-star in China. I don't know if China professional basketball has a Hall of Fame or not, but Alex Kirk may very well be a member of that in a very short order. He, of course, had a very successful career with the University of New Mexico Lobos before turning pro. Was with the Knicks and the Cleveland Cavaliers very shortly, right after he got out of college. But Alex Kirk, obviously one of the great ones for Los Alamos. And since we're talking about Highland, there's a couple of guys that stand out in Highland history. The foremost among those, Tommy McDonald. And we were discussing on the way up, John McHale and I, our memories of the great Gene Mortensen. And Gene actually played against Tommy McDonald. Tommy McDonald, if you were unfamiliar with him, was probably the prep athlete of the decade in the 1950s. He was just a fantastic talent and ended up playing he was a four-sports star here in Highland, ended up playing in the National Football League. He was something else. So, but Gene liked to say that Tommy McDonald did not make his living off of him. But so Tommy McDonald, the main Highland star of probably all time, and the Hornets now being introduced. And first among them, Jesus Licon, a 6-foot junior guard. He will be starting tonight. That is the guy the Toppers will have to slow down tonight. Also being introduced, Sebastian Hernandez. He is a 6-foot guard. He is a junior, as well as Isaiah Herrera. He is a 6'3" junior guard. The Hornets, by the way, have a pretty tall roster, but do not start the biggest lineup they've got. So we'll see. They are very fast. However, Samuel Chavez also starting tonight. He's a senior. He's a guard, 5'9". And Raul Stanford is a 5'10" senior guard for the Hornets. So we are just about ready to go here. The winner moves on. The loser goes home. And the winner tonight will, by the way, will play either 8th-seeded Grants or 9th-seeded Silver. They are playing in Grants this evening. And although they're the number 9 seed, I'd actually have to give Silver a little bit of an edge in that one. And there's the tip that is won by the Hornets. The Hornets are wearing all white with navy trim. And they will be moving from right to left where I'm sitting here in this first half. The Toppers in their road greens with the gold trim. And they will be moving from left to right. And aggressive man-to-man defense to start off here by the Toppers. But the Hornets, a wide open 3. That is off. That was shot by Raul Stanford. And he had a wide open 3 right at the top of the key, but could not get it to fall. But we're going to get a foul on the rebound. Actually, I'm going to call this a shooting foul. And so that is going to send Sebastian Hernandez to the line to shoot 2 free throws. First one is up. First one is good. That'll put the Hornets on the board here with 7:31 remaining. I did not see who that foul was on, but that was the first team foul for Los Alamos here early. Hernandez's second shot is up, and that is also good. A couple of good-looking free throws there for Hernandez. First possession for Los Alamos, just underway here in the first quarter. Fresca's taking the ball down. He's going to move it over to Frazier on the right side. Back to Josiah Fresquez. Fresquez looking for, well, in the corner, he goes to Ethan Mondragon. Mondragon's shot is up, but that is off. Rebound to the Hornets all the way back quickly. So Hornets lost the ball underneath the basket, but do get it back. So Hornets just a minute in. And they have the ball off of the miss by Los Alamos, and Licon with The move into the lane, a power move straight down Broadway, and he goes off the window for 2. 2 points for Lacone. 4-0 in favor of the Hornets early, just a minute and a half into this contest. Fresquez, long three-pointer. That is off the front of the iron. And ball grabbed by one of the Hornets, knocked out of bounds by Luke Archuleta. That possession will remain with the Hornets. 4-0 ball game. Hornets moving from right to left. And with the ball is Raul Stanford. He's going to give it up to Isaiah Herrera. And then back to Stanford on the left side. Open three is off, but a rebound under the basket. Putback is off. And we're going to get, looks like we're going to get a jump ball here. And that possession should go to Los Alamos. Luke Archuleta sticking his nose in there and got a piece of the ball. They're going to call that one a jump ball, possession to Los Alamos, but Sebastian Hernandez getting underneath the basket. Nobody blocking him out, and he went straight underneath the basket and had a golden opportunity for a putback. Toppers with the ball now. Fresquez near the timeline, trying to make a move on Stanford. Now Fresquez from the free throw line. His jumper is off. Bad pass, and that's picked off by Fresquez, and Fresquez, let's see what they're going to call. And they're going to say Fresquez was out of bounds on the sideline. So turnover back to the Hornets, but Fresquez intercepting a lazy pass from the Hornets on near the timeline, but could not keep his feet in bounds. And a three-pointer from Lacone rattles it home from the right side. And not terrible defense by Los Alamos. Just had a little space in Jesus Licon, but that's all he needs. And he rattles in a 3-7-0 early. 5:15 remaining. Toppers with the ball. They've had a couple of shots, and now Nico Garcia with a long three-pointer off the right side, and that is good. Nothing but net. That puts the Toppers on the board, 7-3. 5 minutes exactly remaining here, and Toppers finally on the board. Nice shot from Garcia, his patented shoot from the hip. Highland with the ball now. Licon with the three. That's off the back of the iron. Sebastian Hernandez outmuscles the Toppers for the rebound. Back to Licon. Licon steps back. Three-pointer wide open is off, but another offensive rebound. That going from Isaiah Herrera on the left side. He puts in a left-handed layup. Timeout, Los Alamos. 9-3. Toppers have had some good initial defense so far, but the Hornets keep leaking in underneath the basket. That's going to be their fifth offensive rebound already as the Toppers call a 30-second timeout. 9-3 ball game. And again, that was Isaiah Herrera sneaking in there on the left side, put in the left-hander off the window. And so the Toppers want to talk things over. Toppers, of course, coached by DJ Bustos. And he's probably reminding his team, they got to put a body on somebody underneath the basket. Toppers will inbound it with 4:35 remaining, down by 6 here at Highland High School. Toppers moving from left to right from where I'm sitting. Fresquez with the ball, looking for a pick from McBride. Gets it. McBride with a nice roll. I don't think Fresquez saw him immediately. Ball over to Frazier. Now he's going to hand it off to Nico Garcia. Long pass is picked off, and we're going to get, looks like a possible carry there by the Hornets. Oh, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. So stepping out of bounds on the sideline, but low percentage pass there from Garcia back to the timeline. Ethan Mondragon with the ball near the top of the key. Gets it over to Fresquez. Fresquez, long three-pointer on the left side, and that is good. Fresquez about 3 feet back from the circle, and that is good. He puts the Toppers within 3. 9-6 ball game, 3:45 remaining here at Highland High School. Top-seeded Hornets. Licon is off from 3, but get the ball back. Another long 3 then from Samuel Chavez. That is off. Toppers with a long rebound. They get the ball back, and Fresquez another 3 on the side. He was looking inside. Everybody ran past him, and he had a wide open three just on the right side, and he buried it. Licon now going to the rack. Quick move. Left-handed layup is good, and we're going to have a foul. And that is going to go to Lan Frazier. That is his second team foul for Los Alamos. But quick move there by Licon. 11-9 after the Toppers tied things up. And his and one is good. Hornets up 12-9, 3:18 remaining in this first quarter. Highland showing us some full court pressure. And Toppers break through it. And, but a throwaway on the other side. Licon with the pick off. And he's going to bounce it in to Stanford. Now coming back. Quick move there for the Hornets. And that was DJ Spurrell, a 5'8" guard coming off the bench. Goes with a left hand, and the layup is good. Very, very quick first step there by Spurrell. Nico Garcia underneath the basket. He puts one up off the window, cannot get the roll. That's going to go out of bounds to Highland. 2:39 remaining, 14-9. Toppers with a couple of three-pointers here early to keep pace with this high-powered Highland offense. Spurrell with the ball, going to give it up to Stanford. Back to Spurrell. Spurrell looking for another lane, but knocked away by Lan Frazier, and Frazier picks it up. Toppers coming back the other way, and Fresquez going to the rack. He puts up a wild shot underneath the basket. That is off. Coming back are the Hornets now, trying to set things up in the half court. Quick move now. Three-pointer is off, but Spurrell beat Los Alamos to the rebound, trying to inbound it. Unfortunately, didn't have anybody to throw it to, but good effort. Nico Garcia from long range, 8 feet beyond the arc, and he is good from the hip. 14-12, second three-pointer of this first quarter for Nico Garcia. Now to the rack is Stanford. He is off. Rebound by Mondragon under the basket. Toppers with a chance to tie it. 1:30 remaining in this first quarter. Fresquez with the ball and a long three, and that is going to be off the front of the iron. Toppers not afraid to go long range here. Licon coming back the other way. Nobody picked him up, but he blew an uncontested layup. Very, very unusual for that young man. Nobody was on him, going to the rack with a right hand, and it could not finish. A lot of contact there between Garcia and Sebastian Hernandez near the free throw line. Garcia with the ball, and he's going to nice move into the lane and puts up a teardrop shot, and that is good. The score is tied at 14, 42 seconds remaining. See what the Hornets want to do here. Toppers so far have been able to match them up. Licon, three-pointer, way off from the left side. Rebound comes to Garcia. Toppers with 27 seconds remaining. The score is tied at 14. The Toppers not in a hurry here. Looks like they're going to play for the last shot here in this first quarter. Now Mondragon with the ball near the left sideline. Hands it back off to Fresquez. 10 seconds left. Fresquez makes his move into the lane. Nobody picked him up, and he throws in a one-hander. 16-14. Toppers are up. 2 seconds left. Licon throws up a desperation shot. That is off. So with one quarter in the books, the Toppers with a nice move late by Josiah Fresquez going to the hole with the layup, and the Toppers have a 16-14 advantage after 1 quarter of play. So the number 16 seeded Toppers score 16 points in that first quarter, and they have a 2-point lead over Highland. So Toppers early here on the offensive end. If they have a window to throw up a three-pointer, they're going to do it, and they have gotten several of those to fall. Couple by Garcia, long three-pointer by Fresquez. That was 8 feet beyond the arc, and that was good as well. And then a nice move by Fresquez late. Fresquez, like I said, he's the engine that makes the Topper offense go this year. And I had a couple of kind of wonky games toward the end of the year, but pulled things together when the Toppers needed him to in the district tournament. Start of the second quarter here, Toppers with a 2-point advantage over the Hornets. And we are underway. The Hornets will inbound the ball in this second quarter. Hornets moving from right to left. The Toppers are moving from left to right. Hornets working the ball near the top of the key. Hornets passing so far has been very, very good. And they've set themselves up with some open shots. Licon with the ball. Licon trying to draw contact near the free throw line. Does not get a call. And Fresquez comes down with a rebound. Just underway here in the second quarter. Now Fresquez with the ball near the timeline on the right side. Going to hand the ball off to Ethan Mondragon. 7:15 remaining. Garcia going to step back. And now he's going to take it from the right side. And he's going to go inside and trying to draw contact. And he does draw contact from Sebastian Hernandez. That is Hernandez's first. That is the first team foul of this quarter. New rule this year, as we said. Teams are allowed 5 fouls per quarter. As Garcia rattles one in, he puts Toppers up by 3, 17-14. 7:11 remaining in this second quarter. Garcia ready for his second shot. That is up. That is off the back of the iron. Rebound by Hernandez. Hornets with the ball. Licon going to give it up to Stanford. Stanford on the left side looking for somebody. Not much there. Now, left-handed three-pointer by Isaiah Hernandez, and that is good. Hernandez, the Toppers have not given the Hornets a whole lot of space to work with on the offensive side, but they don't need much. They have some very, very good shooters. Tie ball game, 17-all, 6:35 remaining. Fresquez goes up. His jumper is off the back of the iron. Hornets with the ball. Trying to run. Toppers get back well, but again on the other side. This run from the right side. Isaiah Hernandez, once again. And he connects from the right side, a left-handed shooter. A couple of really, really nice shots from Isaiah Herrera. 20-17. Hornets retake the lead. 6:10 remaining in this second quarter. And Toppers with the ball. Fresquez had it under the basket. Was off. Gets it to Mondragon. Kicks it out and near the top of the key. And he is good from 3. We are tied once again. Under 6 minutes left. So first points of the ball game for Ethan Mondragon. Nice looking shot there for him. Hornets with the ball now. And with the ball, Samuel Chavez looking to do something with it. Bounces it over to Sebastian Hernandez. Now back to the dangerous Jesus Licon. Can't do anything with it. Good defense there by Lan Frazier. And another three-pointer, and that was open for Herrera, who's hit 2 in a row, but could not connect on that one. That one off the back of the iron. Rebound to Los Alamos, under 5:20 remaining here. And Fresquez with the ball near the timeline. Almost led Mondragon a little too far. Mondragon able to run down that pass. And then he flips it back over to Josiah Fresquez. Fresquez working on Stanford. I think we're going to get a reach-in foul here called against Stanford. And that's what we will have. That is the second team foul of this quarter. That is the first on Stanford. With exactly 5 minutes remaining, 20-20 ball game. Toppers with the ball will throw it into the back court. Checking into the ball game for the Hornets is Jamani Wright. He is a 5'11 junior, listed as a forward. And Garcia with another runner from about 12 feet out, and that is good. Gives the Toppers a 2-point lead. Garcia, nice, just very, very smooth when he is heading toward the lane and able to knock that one in. So Nico Garcia, a quick pass underneath. Beautiful pass to Sebastian Hernandez. I think that was from Stanford, just a bullet underneath the basket. And Hernandez able to finish 22 all, 4:15 remaining here at Highland High School in this second quarter. Josiah Fresquez steps in, nice move to the right side, a little crossover dribble, and puts up the one-hander, and that is good. Toppers up by 2 at the halfway mark. Licon, three-pointer is off. Rebound goes to the Hornets. They just out-hustled Los Alamos, but Luke Archuleta there, he intercepts a pass, a bullet pass intended for Hernandez, but Archuleta right there to step in and pick it off. Turnover goes back to Los Alamos, and we're going to have a whistle, and we're going to have looks like a push off on Los Alamos. That's going to turn the ball over to the Hornets. 3:35 remaining, and that's going to go to Luke Archuleta. That is his first. That is the first team foul of the quarter for Los Alamos. Archuleta, the last several games, has been struggling with foul trouble, but has not had that issue tonight. He will go to the bench, however. McBride will check in. McBride against Stanford, and Stanford nearly threw it away, but able to run it down is Isaiah Herrera. Herrera working against Mondragon, and using his right hand. He's a left-hander. Wow, nice move. Nice pivot by Herrera to his left side. Los Alamos, that was a quick turnaround. Los Alamos not able to keep pace, and he is able to drop in the short jumper. 24 all. Long three-pointer by Fresquez is good from the left side. And Fresquez is feeling it. Again, about 5 feet back from the arc, but did have a little room. Licon now. His three-pointer is off. Licon has not been able to get on track other than the first early moments of this game. Now goes up, and he's going to draw contact. I think that's going to go to McBride. So the Hornets with another offensive rebound. Ball goes to Licon, and we're going to get McBride with a reach-in. That's going to send Licon to the foul line. He has 4 points in this ball game. This has not very, very dangerous player, but has not been able to get on track so far tonight. His first free throw pops around and goes off. Rare miss there for Licon from the free throw line. 2:33 remaining. Toppers up by 3. Licon gets ready for his second shot here. McBride and Fresquez, or rather Garcia under the basket, but that shot is good. Toppers up by a bucket, 27-25, 2:25 remaining here in this first half. Fresquez with the ball working on Sporel. And a nice move by Fresquez. Got Sporel off balance, and he hits from the free throw line. 15-footer is good. Toppers up by 4. Toppers a huge underdog heading into this game, but are giving the Hornets all they can handle right now. Sporel with the ball gives it over to Herrera. Herrera with long three, way off. Actually, I thought he got it away with an extra step there, but in any event, the Toppers come down with the rebound. That was McBride with the rebound. McBride now giving a screen to Josiah Fresquez. Nice switch up there by Licon, and Fresquez goes down. I think he went under his own volition. Long three-pointer from Garcia. That was near the 10-foot line of the volleyball court. Long three-pointer is good. 32-25, and we got a timeout on the floor taken by the Hornets. 1:26 remaining. Toppers up by 7. The 16th seeded Toppers all over the Highland Hornets here in this first half, and they want to talk things over. Hornets, of course, are coached by Justin Woody, and he has a gaggle of assistants, but Woody is, boy, he is letting his team have it right now. The top seeded Hornets, they are kind of back on their heels right now, and Los Alamos is just lights out from 3-point land. And the further out they are, the better they're shooting, apparently. That last one by Garcia near the 10-foot line. Fresquez has a couple of long 3-pointers as well. And the Toppers have also been taking advantage of some timely takes to the basket. And like I said, Highland's a little back on their heels defensively right now. The Hornets with the ball now. Herrera gives it up to Spurrell. Gives Spurrell. Boy, Spurrell had some room. He didn't take it. He gives it over to Herrera, though. That's probably why he didn't take anything. Herrera drills it from the right side, left-handed shooter. That is his third 3-pointer of this quarter, 32-28. Under a minute remaining here at Highland High School. Toppers with the ball. Up by 4, 32-28. Spurrell working on Mondragon. Mondragon gives it up. I think the Toppers are going to try to hold it for one here. And not a bad decision. Fresquez gives it up to Mondragon. So just two-person ball game right now. Not much going on underneath the basket. 30 seconds remaining. And now Garcia with the ball. Garcia fakes a take to the lane. Now gives it up to Josiah Fresquez. 20 seconds remaining. Toppers not in a hurry here. And DJ Busto says he wants to wait till the 10-second mark. And Fresquez with the ball and gets a screen. Oh, and he's going to get fouled. Not a good foul there by Stanford. Accidentally ran over Fresquez. Now, it doesn't actually hurt anything, but that is Stanford's second. That's the third team foul. 6.5 seconds remaining. Toppers will inbound it on the right side. But not a ton of time to work with here, and they're going to throw the ball way into the backcourt. 5 seconds remaining. Fresquez going to have to do something in a hurry. Loses the ball momentarily. Throws up a three, and that is not the shot Los Alamos wanted to end this quarter with. Long three, kind of off balance there by Fresquez. Really never got that great of a grip on the ball. But in any event, the Toppers up by 4, 32-28. The Toppers, the number 16 and final seed in this tournament, versus the top-seeded Highland Hornets. But a very, very good first half for the Toppers, living at the three-point line. Some timely takes to the bucket when they needed to, and are playing pretty good defense. If the Toppers can play a little bit better under the basket and limit the Hornets to a one shot per possession, they could be up by close to double digits right now. But a couple of putbacks by the Hornets have kind of kept them in this ball game, and some nice shooting there in that second quarter by Isaiah Herrera. He had 3 3-pointers for the Hornets in that second quarter. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to have a little bit of a treat for you. So give us just a couple of minutes. You're listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel. Before we go, we'd like to say thank you to our sponsors, though. The University of New Mexico at Los Alamos Public Schools Credit Union, and the Los Alamos Police and Fire Departments. Thank you to our men and women, the first responders. We really appreciate everything you do. You have some of the best first responders there are to have. So thank you all, and thank you for your sponsorship of Topper Sports. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. You're listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel. Toppers up by 4. We're back here live at Highland High School, and the Toppers are a little insane in the membrane right now, shooting from a long distance. And Toppers with a 32-28 advantage. The Toppers are the number 16 seed in the Class 4A boys basketball tournament, and they have the advantage here at the break against the top-seeded Highland High School Hornets. So I have a little treat for you here right now, and our special guest, go and introduce yourself, please. And newest member of the Daily Post reporting team. So Andy, thanks for joining us. So checking out this ball game tonight. Wow, this is not the game I expected even a little bit. I knew Highland coming in, very, very solid team. Los Alamos has been up to the task so far. You've been right here. What are you seeing so far out of the Hilltoppers?
The way my brother did, he kind of knew this was gonna happen. I mean, this is a really good game. It's fast paced, you know. This is the type of game that people love to play.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Toppers have been pushing the pace a little bit. That's actually conventional wisdom would say maybe that's not something you want to do as a 16 seed. Slow the ball down, take deliberate shots. That's not been the Toppers' MO so far. A lot of long distance 3-pointers, a lot of quick hits, a lot of quick takes to the basket. I mean, it was, but it sounds like that really doesn't surprise you much that that's what they wanted to do tonight.
This team is full of talent. There's Josiah Fresquez. He's NBA material. He's really good. He's fast. He has good shooting. Nico, they work really well as a team. I was thinking the Highland Hornets, they're not really a good team. Best passes, you see a lot. I mean, their rebounds are pretty good, but they're not really like close and modded like what the top of them.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of isolation plays by the Hornets, which would make you wonder, kind of to your point, how cohesive of a unit is that? And to be perfectly honest, I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that sense either right now.
They play really well. I mean, like single, like by themselves, like when they not a team, Hornets have really good talent. But if they don't have the teamwork, they don't have anything, you know?
Yeah.
That's really fun.
Yeah, obviously a fundamental issue that we'll see what the Hornets want to do coming back from the second half. What do the Toppers need to do here in the second half to kind of keep their momentum going, you think, Andy?
They just need to keep the score. If they score and they don't hard score, they're still up. I mean, they just need to keep up the score. They can't have any offensive turnovers at all. They have to get as much speed as they can, but enough slowness to where they know what they're doing.
Yeah, no, obviously want to keep the pace up, but don't want to get too amped up, so they might get possibly careless with the ball. But that really was not an issue. Couple of turnovers in the first half for the Toppers, but that was about it.
The score 33-28 right now. As long as they keep on scoring, I think they'll be all right.
All right. So the one thing I think that the Toppers really have to concern themselves with in the second half is the backside rebounding. The Hornets were able to sneak into the backside. They got a lot of offensive rebounds on that side. What do the Toppers have to do here in the second half?
As long as they get the shots in, they need to use their bigs a little bit more. From what I can see, they're kind of just shooting around the point line, trying to keep a higher score as much as possible. But sometimes that's not the case, you know. Being up by 4 points, 4 points in this second half. Things that they would put their bigs in. They would use their bigs a little bit more.
And that's going to be interesting. So the one thing Los Alamos was able to avoid in that first half that they've had a little bit of trouble with recently is keeping their bigs out of foul trouble. But going into the second half, that's not a big issue for them.
At the beginning of the game, they were warmed up. I mean, the bigs were on point with their shooting. Let's hope they kept that mentality throughout this whole game to where they can get a chance to shoot.
Yeah, absolutely. So Andy McBride, newest member of the Daily Post team. Thanks, Andy. We'll talk to you in a little bit. We're going to get ready for the second half, and we're just about ready to go here in this second half. Toppers up 32-28. Any final thoughts real quick? All right. Well, thank you, Andy. Appreciate it. And we will bring you back in a bit. But we are just about ready to go here in this for the second half. Toppers up by 4, 32-28. And both teams look like they're going to come out in this second half with their starting lineups. For the Toppers, that is Frazier, Garcia, Luke Archuleta, Ethan Mondragon, and Josiah Fresquez. And did I miss somebody? I think I missed somebody. Anyway, Toppers will inbound it. Toppers up by 4. Toppers will move from right to left. And just like Andy was saying, Toppers have got to be careful with the ball. Well, unfortunately, on their first possession, the ball scoots out of the sideline. Turnover go to the Hornets. Hornets down by 4. Number 1 seed. Toppers have played well the last couple of times. They have been the 16 seed and have kind of given the number 1 seed a scare. That is absolutely the case here tonight. And the Hornets with the take, and we're going to get a late whistle under the basket. And going to the basket with the left hand is Sebastian Hernandez. We're going to get a very late whistle. There was maybe a little body contact, and DJ Bustos not happy about the call. And actually, he doesn't want they're setting up Hernandez with a shooting foul, and he's saying Hernandez was passing, and I think he's got a case here. But Bustos trying to plead his case with the official. Unfortunately, he's pleading with the wrong official, the one that did not make the call. But no, I think he's got a case that Hernandez is actually trying to dish off, which should not be a shooting foul. But Hernandez at the free throw line. His first shot is off. Just underway here in the third quarter. Toppers up by 4. Stunning so far. The Highland High School Hornets. And second shot by Hernandez also off. Archuleta with a rebound. So that foul, by the way, was called on Luke Archuleta. That was his second. First team foul of the quarter. And we're going to have a push on the Hornets. That's going to go to Isaiah Herrera. That is his first foul. And the first team foul. Toppers will inbound it on the sideline. Toppers going from right to left in this second half. The Hornets going from left to right. Fresquez with the ball working. Immediately gets double teamed. That's a dish things out. Throws a long pass to Mondragon. Mondragon under the basket from cutting in from the baseline. And that is good. 34-28. Toppers up by 6. Highland coming back. Stanford going up against Luke Archuleta, and he makes a tough shot under the basket, does Stanford. Pretty good defense by Archuleta, but that was a good shot there by Stanford. 34-30. Garcia going in. His layup is off. Rebound coming up the way. Lee Cohn coming, roaring down the court, and he's going to, let's see what they call here. He lost the ball out of bounds. They're just going to say it was knocked out of bounds. Was a little contact between him and Fresquez, but the ball will stay with the Hornets underneath their basket. 6:25 remaining. Toppers up by 4, 34-30. With the ball in the corner, Samuel Chavez now gives it up to Stanford. Stanford trying to reset, gives the ball over to Licon. Licon, power move, and he powers up, but he cannot get the roll. Licon, dangerous player, but has not gotten on track so far tonight. Fresca's coming back the other way with on the left side off the window, and that is good. Toppers up by 6. 6 minutes remaining. Toppers have led pretty much his entire ball game just briefly in the second quarter. The Hornets were able to take the lead, but that's been it. It's been mostly Toppers since then. 36-30, 5:40 remaining. Licon gets a screen on the right side, and they're going to call, I think they're going to get Frazier with the foul here. And if that's the case, that is going to be on the other side of the arc. So that's going to give Licon 3 shots. So Frazier, that is his second. That is the second team foul on Los Alamos in this third quarter. But Licon will get 3 shots here with 5.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. First shot is good. Licon 4 for 5 from the free throw line so far. 36-31 ball game. Second shot coming up, and that's up, and that is also good. So Licon's done most of his damage tonight from the foul line. Had an early 3-pointer, and I thought if he's going to shoot like that all night, this is going to be a long game, but so far it's just not been able to get on track, and he makes all 3 of them. 36-33, 3-point ball game, 5:30 remaining. Toppers trying to get the ball over the timeline. Finally do get it. Archuleta now getting to Mondragon in the corner. Nothing there for Mondragon. He's going to reset near the timeline. Gets the ball over to Fresquez on the right side. And DJ Bustos directing traffic there, the Topper head coach. But Fresquez was got double teamed. It was kind of forced back toward the timeline. He stepped on the timeline. It's going to turn the ball over to the Hornets. That is a good call. 5:10 remaining, and the public address announcer, you might have heard, is doing his protocol. If you've ever seen the packet that the poor public address announcers have to do here at these basketball games, they're about 11, 12 pages thick as Licon's 3-pointer is off. Hand rebound to Fresquez. Fresquez coming back the other way. Under 5 minutes remaining. And he's picked up by Herrera. No, nice pass into Frazier coming down the baseline. Oh, Frazier had some room but could not get it to fall. 4:45 remaining. The Hornets coming back. Frazier, nice movement without the ball, but could not get the roll. Sporell with a bullet pass inside. That's knocked away by one of the Toppers. 4:36 remaining. Hornets will keep the ball underneath their basket. Having some trouble getting it in. Finally gets it over to Herrera. And working on Frazier. Herrera going to put away a fall-away jumper that is off the front of the iron. Rebound to Fresquez. And Fresquez is having a big rebounding night as well as making some big timely shots. Ethan Mondragon now with the ball. Gets it back to Fresquez. Fresquez trying to make a move, and he has his pocket picked by Sebastian Hernandez, and we're going to get a foul. I think that's going to go to Garcia coming back the other way. That was actually probably a good foul there by Garcia. That is his first. That'll be the third team foul of the quarter. So Toppers going to keep a little bit of an eye on that. Their third team foul, as we're going to have timeout on the floor. And so that is called by Los Alamos. That's the 32nd timeout. Toppers up by 3 here at about the halfway point of this third quarter. But talking to Andy McBride here at the half, he said the Toppers have got to watch out. And they got to be careful with the ball. And 3 turnovers so far in this quarter. That is not the type of ball control I think the Toppers wanted to see here in this third quarter. Still up by 3 at the 4:09 mark of this third quarter. Toppers looking for a ginormous upset. And I got to go back and look. To my knowledge, a 16 has never beaten a 1 in either boys or girls boys or girls tournaments. Kirtland Central, the girls' #1 seed, almost always. They have never had that problem. If they win by less than 30, that's usually that's very rare. Stanford with the shot, had a good-looking shot about 12 feet out, but that is off. Rebound goes to Garcia. Fresquez gets the ball back, working against Burrell. Coming back the other way, Fresquez with a jumper. That is off. Rebound, nice rebound by Herrera, but then knocked away by Los Alamos, picked up by Mondragon. Toppers with a quick three. And from the right side, Nico Garcia knocks it in. 3:30 remaining. Toppers up by 6, 39-33 off the turnover. Garcia with another three-pointer. Herrera goes up, loses the ball, and that is going to go off of Highland under their basket. Turnover goes to Los Alamos, 39-33. Toppers with a 6-point lead. They have led by as many as 7 in this contest. So the Toppers will have a chance to build upon that. Hornets with some pressure in the backcourt. Toppers break it easily. Mondragon with the ball, gets it over to Garcia. Garcia nearly walked. Gets the ball over to Fresquez. The three-pointer is off. But Frazier, good inside position, ball on the floor, and McBride rips it away. But McBride, unfortunately, he had a knee on the floor and he stood up. You cannot do that without dribbling. So that's going to turn the ball over to the Hornets. But great effort by Frazier and McBride on the rebound. Unfortunately, do get called for traveling. 3:02 remaining. Toppers up by 6. The Hornets with the ball here at Highland High School. And not a big crowd tonight. We were expecting a pretty packed house, and that was not the case. And underneath is Hernandez. Hernandez, his shot is short, working against McBride, gets his own rebound. Baby hook is also off, picked up by Garcia. Toppers with the ball, 2:35 remaining, up by 6. Fresquez walking it up the court, breaks the timeline, working against Hernandez. Now, quick move, and whoa! A crazy no-look shot by Fresquez, threw it up high off the glass, but gets it to fall. 41-33. The Toppers up by 8. Going to get a foul on Los Alamos. That looks like it's going to be on the floor. That is the Toppers' 4th, by the way, with 2:19 remaining. Another one will give the Hornets two shots the rest of the quarter, and a nice quick pass in from Spurrell to Sebastian Hernandez under the basket. Spurrell coming off the bench has made a couple of plays for the Hornets. 41-35, 7-point lead. Toppers have led by as many as 9, and a throwaway. Fresquez looking for Garcia. I'm not sure what he was actually looking at, though. Garcia was well covered near the sideline, and the ball just sailed over Garcia's head. So ball goes back to the Hornets. Hornets down by 6, 41-35. And move inside on the left side by Lacone. He gets it to fall, and he gets the foul. That's going to go to Luke Archuleta. That is his 3rd. That's a 5th team foul, by the way. So the Hornets will be in the bonus the rest of the quarter. But very strong move by Lacone. It doesn't look like he's moving that fast, but he is a wide body and very, very tough to stop when he gets going. 41-37, make it 41-38. 3-point ball game just like that. Toppers led by 8. There, the Hornets cut that down to 3 with 1:40 remaining. And again, the Toppers, after 5 fouls, Fresquez with the take. A little too far into the basket. Nice offensive rebound by McBride. He out-muscled one of the Hornets for the rebound, and going back up, he's going to get a foul. And I think that's going to go to Hernandez. That is going to Sebastian Hernandez. That is his second team foul by the Hornets. 91 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Toppers up by 3. McBride at the foul line, shooting 2. His first shot is up and off the back of the iron goes straight up and falls in. So McBride gets the roll. 42-38. Toppers up by 4. They led by 4 at the break. McBride with his second shot now. And Licon trying to cherry pick down there at the other end. McBride's second shot is up. That is off. And the rebound to Isaiah Hedera. And quickly the Hornets back the other way. Hernandez, strong take from the left side. 2-point ball game. 1:15 remaining in this third quarter. And that was a lightning fast move there by Hernandez. 2-point ball game. Garcia with the ball, gets it over to McBride near the free throw line. And ball juggled, and then Garcia throws up a long three-pointer. That is off. That's going to roll out of bounds. 55 seconds remaining. So the Hornets, with under a minute left here in this third quarter, have the ball, have a chance to tie this ball game up after 3. But Licon with a 3 free throws in a row, and then a 3-point play, and back to the rack again. That shot is off. Ball picked up momentarily, still on the ground. Now finally gets to Licon. Licon looking for contact, can't find it. He finally gets some, and I think that's going to go to McBride on the body. But Licon was he was under the basket, fighting hard and working, but he was not looking to score. He was looking to draw contact, and he finally gets it. The call going to McBride. That is his second. Like I said, coming in from the break, the Topper bigs, neither in foul trouble. Archuleta's got 3, and that's McBride's second. So they do have a couple of fouls to give if necessary coming up in the fourth quarter. 29 seconds remaining. Licon good again. He's just missed once from the foul line tonight. And 42-41, he can tie the ball game with this free throw right here. And that is up, and that is off. That rolls off. And a rebound goes to Lan Frazier. Toppers with the ball, 20 seconds remaining. Fresca's with the ball, of course. Toppers could not get much of a shot off late in the second quarter, but Fresca's inside. His jump shot is off. Rebound by Jamani Wright. And the Hornets to the rack. That is off. Licon can't get it. McBride with the rebound, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. We have a 1-point ball game. Toppers still ahead, 42-41 here at Highland High School in Albuquerque. The storied franchise, the Highland Hornets, down by 1 as a number 1 seed. The Toppers, the number 16 seed. And Toppers cooled off a little bit with their shooting here in that third quarter. And Highland, a couple of very, very aggressive takes to the bucket. One by Hernandez. Actually, that one came off of an inbound play. And then a couple of very, very aggressive plays by Licon, their star. And he was able to convert a couple of those there in that third quarter. He got fouled on a 3-point attempt, hit all 3 free throws. Then a hoop and harm 3-point play, which was good for Licon. He is very, very talented young man, and he is very tough to stop. Actually, I don't think Toppers thought they were going to shut him out, but they wanted to contain him. For the most part, in the first half, they did a good job of that. Did come alive a little bit in the third quarter. Toppers and try to rein him in maybe a little bit in this fourth quarter. And we are underway. 8 minutes remaining. Toppers 42, Highland Hornets 41 here in Albuquerque. Hernandez going to the hole, and he's going to draw contact on McBride. McBride is he doesn't, he's not buying it. And frankly, I'm not buying it either. That looked like a pretty clean play there by McBride. Not sure what they called, but that is going to send Hernandez to the foul line here early. His first shot is up and good. We have a tie ball game. 7:51 remaining. Hornets have only led briefly in the second quarter. That's been about it. They only led by 3. Now go up by 1, 43-42. Taubers had the hot hand in the first half. It's cooled off a little bit in the third quarter. And Highland got back in the ball game. Nico Garcia trying to make a take. Oh, bad pass up to the top. Hernandez misses, but the trailer, Isaiah Hernandez with the putback. But that was off a not very good pass at all near the timeline that was picked off. And the Hornets are back. Fresquez with a take. Cannot finish. 45-42. And the Hornets back the other way. Lecon with a scoop shot under the basket. 47-42. Highland with the momentum. Los Alamos wants to talk it over. They call a full timeout. 7:04 remaining. Highland 47. The Toppers 42. And wow, just like that, Highland with its biggest lead of the ball game. They are on a 6-0 break, a 6-0 run to start this fourth quarter. And wow, just like that, what a take to the rack by Lecon. The Toppers call a timeout, and they want to slow things down and recover a little bit. I'm sure DJ Bustos was not a big surprise that Highland was going to make a push here early in the fourth. But very, very impressive take to the rack. A very nice fast break executed by the Hornets. And Isaiah Hedetta, the trailer on that play, able to tip it back in for 2. That was a very, very well executed fast break by the Hornets. 47-42 Highland. This is their biggest lead of the ball game early in the fourth quarter. Toppers need an answer. They need it quickly here. They will inbound it underneath their basket, moving right to left. Josiah Fresquez, when they need something, he's usually the guy with the ball in his hands. Fresquez going to get up to Mondragon on the left side. Now out to Frazier. Frazier working on Hedetta. And back to Mondragon. Toppers kind of doing a little weave near the top of the key. And looking for a screen. Get it to Frazier. Frazier, nice move and a nice take with the left hand. And he gets it to fall. 6:35 remaining. Highland 47. Los Alamos 44. Good movement without the basket. That is something Land Frazier does very, very well. He does not need the ball to move around. And we've seen that several times. And oh my goodness. And the hole in the wall there. And Samuel Chavez takes advantage, cuts into the lane. Nobody picked him up, and he's able to put in the right-hander. 6:04 remaining, 49-44 in favor of the Highland Hornets. Toppers looking for a gigantic first-round upset. But the Hornets with their own momentum right now. Gives the ball up to McBride. And now back into the corner is Mondragon. Now Fresquez taking it to the hole. Goes too high off the glass. Offensive rebound by McBride. McBride with a left-handed hook is off, but Garcia able to come up with an offensive rebound and bounces it in for 2, 49-46. Toppers showing some muscle under the offensive boards. And Garcia with a big bucket. Hedetta had a good look, but that is off. And we're going to have a foul on the floor. I think that's going to go against Highland. 49-46, 5:19 remaining. Good offense, play under the offensive basket last time by the Toppers. Toppers with a chance to tie here. And Toppers want to run a set play here. Mondragon with the ball, walking it up the court. 5:05 remaining. working against Samuel Chavez. And now Fresquez with a jumper from 15 feet out. That is good, but Fresquez landed awkwardly on the floor, and he is still down. The Hornets come back the other way, taking advantage of basically the power play, but Fresquez is down. And DJ Bustos screaming at the official, wondering why he didn't stop the clock. That is actually, he did. The official was correct in that instance. Highland had the ball, and you do not stop the play when the other team has the ball, which they did. And but they're looking at Fresquez's left leg. That is the major problem right now. Might be that left ankle. He's walking off, mostly under his own power, but very, very gingerly. They need to patch him up as quickly as possible, if that is a possibility. But I thought they were going to take him to the end of the bench. They are not. They're taking him back to the locker room. That is a problem. Josiah Fresquez. Well, no, they're not going to take him to the locker room. They're taking him away from the bench. 4:50 remaining, 51-48. DJ Bustos, like you said, very upset they didn't stop the clock. That is actually the rule. You do not stop the clock when the other team has the ball. So that was administered correctly. 51-48. Mondragon partially blocked by Herrera underneath the basket on the take. 4:25 remaining. Highland coming back the other way. Hernandez almost lost his footing trying to get the ball to Lacon, but picked up by Herrera instead. Herrera coming back the other way. Now in the corner is Stanford. Stanford, nice move, but cannot get it to fall. Knocked away by Garcia. Garcia trying to lead a break. Highland does get back. Garcia's going to pull up momentarily. And Topper's going to reset here. 4 minutes remaining. And Mondragon running the offense now while Herrera's out. And we're going to have, let's see, had some contact underneath the basket, or on the sideline rather. But they're going to say that was off Highland, no foul. Both teams, just one team foul as we had hit the halfway point of this fourth quarter. Topper's down by 3. I think we're going to have a hand check on the floor. That's going to go against Chavez. And that is Chavez's first. That is just the second Hornet team foul. 3:45 remaining. Topper's led by 2 coming into this quarter, now trail by 3. 3:40 remaining. Nico Garcia near the timeline, being hounded by Stanford. Stanford playing a very good defensive game for the Hornets. Mondragon with the ball, gives it back up to Garcia. Garcia goes around the corner, throws up a teardrop. That is off. Long rebound goes to Herrera. Herrera going to go to the left side. But nice pickup by Los Alamos. They get back in time. The Hornets going to reset. Licon with the ball. 3:10 remaining. Toppers looking for the upset, and we're gonna get an offensive foul going to Licon. Drawing the charge is Ethan Mondragon. Great position there by Mondragon under the basket. Licon draws the charge. That is his first personal. That is the third Hornet team foul. And great news for the Toppers. Josiah Fresquez back in the game. Checking out that left ankle. He looks okay. He may have gotten some tape on it, but that's about it. He is back. 2:58 remaining. Fresquez moving fairly normally here, and we're gonna have a 10-second violation on the Toppers. Did not break the timeline. There was no pressure being put by the Hornets. The Toppers just lost track of the time, and they are called for the 10-second violation. Unbelievable. Mental breakdown by Los Alamos on a potentially critical possession. 2:40 remaining, and the Hornets are in absolutely no hurry right now. Little modified 3-man weave near the top of the key, running all kinds of clock. And a take by Hernandez. That is off, but Sparrow comes in. He gets the offensive rebound. He came in from absolutely nowhere for the offensive rebound. DJ Bustos is livid. Sparrell, maybe the shortest guy on the floor. Where did he come from? And then Licon throws. Oh, my goodness. Pivoting around is Licon. He throws up a wild shot, gets body contact, and the shot falls. Unbelievable. Licon, wild shot under the basket, draws body contact, and gets it to fall and puts in the three-point play, 54-48. Exactly 2 minutes left. The Toppers need to go, and they need to go now. Fresquez, NBA length three-pointer is off. The Toppers did not need that shot with 2 minutes remaining. Fresquez has not been shy about that. And now a take to the rack is Herrera. Nobody picked him up. Timeout, Los Alamos. And I believe they're down to one timeout remaining. DJ Bustos trying to put something together. 56-48. We have an 8-point ball game. We've got one of the Hornets on the floor right now. He went down just before the timeout. And that might be Herrera, who is having a gigantic game for. No, actually, I think that's Chavez. No, that is Herrera. And he's going to go off with some help and favoring that left foot as well. Herrera having a monster game for the Hornets. And he is going to go back to the locker room. He is really in pain. So we just had a correction on the call. Instead of a timeout on the Hilltoppers, they called an injury timeout before that. So the Toppers still have 2 timeouts remaining. The Hornets, I believe, have 4 timeouts remaining. So not much of a factor for either team. 136, Toppers down by 8. They need something, and they need it now. Fresquez with the ball. Gets a screen from McBride near the top of the key. Great defense. He's being immediately double teamed. Three-pointer is good from Fresquez on the left side. That cuts it to 5. Toppers immediately put pressure on the ball, but the Hornets able to break pressure. And we have a whistle. Looks like the Hornets will call a timeout now. 1:12 remaining. They are up 56-51. Toppers need a stop. They need the ball back as soon as they can get it. Down by 2 possessions here. So they need an immediate stop and to come back the other way and cash in. But time growing short here at Highland. Toppers led most of this ball game. Led by 4 at the break, led by 2 after 1 quarter of play, led 32-28 at the break, and then led by 1 after 3 quarters, but have not gotten a ton offensively since about the midway point of the 3rd quarter. The Hornets have outscored them in this quarter 15-9. So I believe the Hornets with 3 timeouts remaining, the Toppers with 2 timeouts remaining. 1:12 left in regulation. Hornets 56, Toppers 51 in this 1 versus 16 matchup. I was almost giving the Hornets all they can handle tonight, but a big 4th quarter has propelled the Hornets up to the top. And Hornets just burning clock right now, under a minute left. And deliberate foul there by Ethan Mondragon on Stanford. And that is just the 3rd. So that was on the floor. So the Toppers actually need to give up 2 quick fouls here to get the Hornets to the free throw line. There's one guy they absolutely do not want to foul. That is a man with the ball, Licon. They can foul him right now. In fact, Mondragon probably should, but he does not. 50 seconds remaining. And we're going to get a foul on Frazier, and I believe that'll be his third. And that is the fourth team foul. The Toppers need another quick foul here. Excuse me, that is Frazier's fourth foul. Fourth team foul, so the Toppers need to foul here immediately. 46 seconds remaining. And, of course, they're going to give it to Lincoln. That is not the guy they want to foul. And Stanford with the ball. And Stanford bounces it off of his knee, and it goes out of bounds. So Toppers do not need to foul. 56-51. Toppers have thrown up a lot of threes here in this game. They do not need one right this second as they inbound the ball. 35 seconds remaining. Toppers they can get a quick two, but they put up a three that is way off by Josiah Fresquez. And rebound goes back, saved by Garcia. Three-pointer from Frazier in the corner. That is off. 20 seconds remaining. Mondragon with the offensive rebound. Frazier with his two, and that is off. McBride with the offensive rebound. 12 seconds remaining. And before he gets a shot off, he's going to get called for a travel. McBride taking a three. That is not what he's known for, but took an extra step. 12 seconds remaining. 56-51. And they're going to Dylan Baca going to check in, and he is there, I'm sure, solely to foul somebody. And trying to grab Licon. They won't call the foul. And finally, McBride reaches out and just gets a finger on Licon. They're going to call him with 7 seconds, but Dylan Baca actually took a pretty good swipe at Licon, but they would not call the foul. Licon breaks free. The problem here is Licon is an excellent free throw shooter, and if he hits both of these, that might be it. Toppers will be down. Well, he does not. So Toppers this will be a 2-possession ball game, whether or not he makes this. 7 seconds remaining, so Licon could have put this one on ice. Instead, the Toppers will have a shot, but that free throw is good. 5 seconds remaining. Garcia has got to put up a wild three. That is off, and that will do it. So the Hornets come back after getting a gigantic scare from the Hilltoppers, these number 16 seed. But the Toppers fall to the Hornets 57-51. Toppers gave the Hornets everything they could handle. We're going to talk to Andy McBride real quick. I know, Andy, you got to get back down there and get some shots on the floor, but Toppers gave the Hornets a whale of a ball game tonight. But fourth quarter, the Hornets took the ball to the rack time after time. Toppers just could not slow them down enough. They made some of those big shots toward the end of the ball game.
Thank you for your support. The great season of our Things
happen. We were up pretty good. As you're coming into the second half, you're playing pretty well in the third quarter. Fourth quarter just got us there. We were all tired. So I understand.
Yeah, no, and Toppers, unfortunately, maybe one of their chinks in their armor, just not super deep off the bench, and we kind of saw that a little bit. Okay, and I think that's what happened. They ran out of gas a little bit on the defensive end, and the Hornets were able to take advantage.
I mean, it seems like when they would get the rebounds, they wouldn't make the points. But when they wouldn't get the rebounds, they would make those points.
Absolutely. So obviously the Toppers coming as a number 16 seed, really nobody gave them a chance in this ball game. But Toppers gave themselves plenty of chances. They felt pretty confident coming in. And if they'd gotten a couple of different plays go their way, we might be looking at a different score here.
I mean, this was a really good game. They played them. They played them really hard. They played really well too.
Yes, very, very well fought game tonight. Both teams. Unfortunately, the Hornets able to hang on, come back in the fourth quarter. So, just final thoughts, Andy. What'd you think about tonight and how the Toppers finished the season?
It was an interesting game. They played really hard. Good luck to the seniors. That was probably their last ball game.
Yeah, unfortunately, but God, not only Ben McBride, one of the seniors on the Toppers, and then Nico Garcia, and there was another one. Who was it? Oh, Luke Archulette also. Last game of their careers, but good one for Nico tonight. Ben made some big defensive plays. And then Luke, we didn't see him a whole lot in the second half, but had a pretty solid defensive night in the first half. So the seniors had a pretty good showing here to wrap things up for their career. All right, Andy, thanks so much. Any last thoughts real quick? All right, thank you, Andy McBride, newest member of the Los Alamos Daily Post. I appreciate him joining us this evening. So what a contest tonight. Toppers led by as many as 8 points in this ball game early in the third quarter, but momentum kind of shifted. Jesus Licon, a very, very talented young man, very quick off the dribble and very aggressive going to the basket. Had kind of a slow start to this ball game. Didn't exactly tear things up in the first half. In the second half, he's able to get on track a little bit and made some big shots. He got fouled beyond the arc, made 3 3-pointers, or 3 free throws rather. That kind of got things going for the Hornets, that play. And he also big 3-point play in the third quarter, big 3-point play in the fourth quarter. Jesus Licon, very, very solid player for the Hornets, and he kind of spearheaded that comeback. And then also for the Hornets tonight, Isaiah Herrera, a junior, 6'3", left-handed shooter, made some huge shots, 3 3-pointers in the second quarter to kind of help the Hornets keep pace in this ball game. And then a big putback on a fast break attempt by the Hornets. His putback really got the Hornets mojo working, and that was able to help carry them the rest of the way. But what a valiant effort tonight by the Topper boys. Topper boys, not much was expected. Actually, this was not even a team that was really expected to get into this tournament. Toppers, as I said, going in last week, needed to win the District 2 4A championship or tournament championship to get in. They really did not have the credentials for an at-large bid. The Toppers pulled off road upsets back-to-back against Espanola Valley and Taos to qualify for the tournament. Ended up with a 16 seed, but tonight gave the top-seeded Highland Hornets all they could handle. Hornets finally got going in that fourth quarter after Toppers in control for about 2.5 quarters in this ball game. But they were able to put it away and win it tonight. Final 57-51. So I want to thank Charlene back at the studio. Thanks for keeping me on the straight and narrow as always. That's not always the easiest task in the world. Also want to thank John McHale, excellent photographer, our world-class photographer here for the great pictures. I want to thank Andy McBride for joining us, and welcome to the Daily Post, Andy. We really appreciate it, and we are glad you're here. And glad you're here covering sports for the Daily Post. We really appreciate it. And that is going to do it for this basketball season at Los Alamos High School. And before I go off, I want to give a heartfelt everything. Whatever there is, I want to give it to my good friend, my mentor, and just one of the greatest guys that ever walked the face of the earth, as far as I'm concerned. That's Mr. Gene Mortensen, and he was a huge basketball fan. And he loved covering basketball. He loved talking about basketball. He loved playing basketball. He loved coaching basketball. He loved everything about basketball. And this was definitely his sport. And unfortunately, Gene, age 88, passed, and he passed on Christmas Eve. But Gene, you're going to be in our heart forever and ever. Thank you so much for all the wonderful memories. And we miss the heck out of you, buddy. And good news is you're reunited with your sweetie pie Gail. So I'm going to end things tonight the way Gene ended so many contests in his 4 decades here covering high school sports at actually I think was it 5 decades? 80s, 90s, 2000s. Now it's 5 decades. So 5 decade career that spanned 5 decades. And boy, we miss you every second, Gene. So for the Daily Post crew, and this is Mike Mays, and for our very, very good friend Gene Mortensen, I want to wish everybody a great evening. You know, and you can make it a much better evening. Just put a little love in your hearts. Hey, don't forget to hug that penguin, and whatever you do, just be excellent to each other. And bye-bye, big guy. We miss you every minute of the day. Bye-bye, everybody.